I've been asked by Tom Clements to do a review of the Conqueror, Tier 9 British Heavy. Now this is how you wouldn't normally see it. This is how the tank is when you first get it. You've got the standard Centurion Mark III turret, which is slightly better armed on the front, but less angled, similar to the Carnarvon, the Tier 8. Now look at that. The Carnarvon, the Conqueror. It's basically the same tank, but with that. So it's just an evolution of the British line, which then moves up, change of turret, to give you this turret, and upgrading the gun. So you go through the 20-pounder type B barrel, and then the L1A1. The big boy gun, which is the same as on the FV215B, except the turret's been moved to the rear, so you can side scrape more easily. It's not so easy for getting around buildings, but it's quite an interesting tank to play. So this is the Tier 10, the Tier 8, 9. Looks almost identical with the turret in the same place. And this is the same turret as the Carnarvon. So this is what you have, the evolution of the British line. Moving up from the 34 kilometers an hour, going up still 34 kilometers an hour. Still 34 kilometers an hour. It's basically the same tank. It's the turret and the gun which makes it. So let's actually switch it back and get on with a proper review. Right, the setup of the tank. I'm going for the best view range possible. So the commander, I've gone for recon. To make it even more accurate, I've gone for snapshot on the gunner. The mobility, I've gone for off-road driving, and then for the loader, I've given him situational awareness to increase the view range. I've added coated optics, improved vents, and gun rammer, which, because of those, it gives an overall view range of 467. So that'll help you spot hidden or camouflaged vehicles, which is very good. An actual reload time of 8.86 seconds. So a real world rate of fire of 5.7 shots per minute. This gun is the L1A1, 120mm, very accurate. We'll have a look in Tank Inspector at that in a minute. So yeah, those are the basics of this tank. Very nice beast. Used correctly, you can do quite well with it. I've got a 55% win rate with it, so which is slightly above average. But I hope I can help you to improve with it, or know what to do, or know about its vulnerabilities to be able to take it out on the battlefield. So yeah, let's get on with that review. So the armour. If you'll hold down in this position with the gun above the tracks, this is only about 150mm equivalent. Going up here to about 300, and the sides 200-ish, and could soak APCR shots. So, looking up at the turret, you're looking around about 200mm. The same on the other side, but this area, because of the angling and sloping, you're approaching American levels of toughness. So you get 360mm. Even the flat area there, with spaced armour and the gun mantlet, you're looking 400mm. It's not going to pen. So these areas are the only place you can pen, apart from the areas on top, which you can't see much of. So it's very difficult to hit. But if you could fire down, these are approximately 50mm, weak area there, 50mm. So if you can shoot down, say if you're in German or something like that, shooting down, you could do, but it's going to be tricky in a Russian. I'll get someone at the door. Hold on. Right, it was just my neighbour wanting to borrow some money. Right, where were we? Okay, yeah, armour-wise. So if you hold down, the turret's got the weak spots, but there's not going to be a lot that can shoot down on you. Maybe Germans, that sort of thing. Everyone else is going to be low, because this is quite a high tank, high profile. So, we've looked at the armour. Now this gun. Let's look at... Oh, let's switch that over to standard. Let's do a comparison between this and the E75. Right. Penetration is pretty close. It's actually better than the E75 by so almost 260 mil, whereas the E75 is approaching 250 mil pen. Okay. Damage per shot is down. So yeah, so 400 instead of 490. But the DPM is up by 430. So you're thinking, okay, less damage per shot? Right, must be more shots. Yeah, definitely. So, a shot every 10 seconds, whereas the Germans every 15. So it's 50% extra. So yeah, rate of fire 5 instead of almost 4. Oh, 6 instead of almost 4. So that extra 50%. Shell velocity. Now this is quite an interesting thing. You won't have to lead the target as much because shell velocity 1067 meters per second instead of 920. So yeah, that's pretty good. So even if they're fighting one-on-one, the E75 shot will be in the air when the Conqueror's shot hits. So you kill him first. Let's have a look. Average damage dealt extra 50 more than the E75, which is good. Average kills almost the same, 0.02. So, yeah, nice. Signal distance, an additional 40, but no one really cares about that. The view range is very good for a tier 9, 400 meters. Very, very good. Camouflage ratings, very good, 15% better than the E75. But it's a slightly small target, it's not so chunky. So, yeah, the camo values are better. Accuracy, now this is where it really shines. So it's 0.31 instead of 0.36. It's almost 0.05 better, which is very, very accurate. Aim time as well is almost a second quicker to aim than the E75, which is a very accurate gun, but this is accurate and aiming fast. So after shooting, well, because of the reticle, this doesn't really come into play. It can just shoot and shoot. On the move, basically every aspect of this tank is more accurate because of that fantastic gun. Okay, the gun elevation is the same, 15 degrees, which is very good. And the gun depression is 1 degree more, so it's 7 degrees instead of 6. Very, very nice. Now, turret traverse. It's got an additional 16 degrees, so it's got a lighter turret, so it can swing around and engage targets much faster than the E75, so it's less likely to get pirouetted, as you'll see from the gameplay that I went into, but I wasn't recording properly, so you just had the sound. So yeah, I've did a game, and this actually showed perfectly how what you can do with the carouseling, a couple of lights, and I just took them to pieces because of the turning circle and traverse of the gun, which was really, really useful. Okay, the mobility, specific power is very good. So it's 4 more than the Germans, so it's 15.57, so it's okay. Whereas the E75's got 9.83, so which is very nice, but it's limited speed-wise. So forward, 34 instead of 40, so the Germans got the edge speed-wise. Reversing, only 12 instead of 15, so mobility-wise it loses out to the E75. And the ground resistance is worse, but it's got that specific power which is better, so it sort of balances out up to that top speed of 34, unless you're going downhill with the wind behind you. Right, look at the win rate. WN7 is 1168, so it's a little bit better than the E75, which is good. WN8 of 1241, very, very nice, and the E75 is 1171, which is quite good. And the efficiency is better by 14, so yeah, 1168, Yeah, nice. Right, let's have... Looking at the economy, basically the shell prices cost less, but you're firing 50% more. So in the long run, that's going to cost you more money. And price per damage is actually down. So the E75 is more efficient, more cost effective. The average income's about the same because you're doing roughly the same amount of damage. Because you're firing more shots, they individually cost you that much more, the extra 50%. So you're almost going to lose 7,000 per game because of the shots you have to use, whether it's either firing more or being able to use the APCR. So when you're down by almost 20% on damage per shot, so you've got to get that back by firing more shots, which is going to cost you more. So let's look at the tank itself. Ammo rack is slightly more, slightly less vulnerable to damage, but this area is basically a whole ammo rack, and the sides. Just be very careful. Like I say, get hold down and protect those areas, so you're less likely to get ammo racked or shot in the ammo rack, which is less vulnerable than the E75. The rotator, this is one seriously vulnerable area on the Conqueror. You can have that hit, and it's 40 less that it can take damage-wise. So, yeah, you've got to watch out for being shot there, or that's a weak spot. So if you want to shoot this tank to start to put it out of action, shoot it in the turret ring, and you're more likely to damage it. So yeah, that's one vulnerable area. The tracks around about the same, so 240 instead of 250, not a lot in it. The gun is about the same, so 210 instead of 220. So it's these little things. It's less able to stand it. Optics are down, everything apart from the radio. The radio's tougher, but no one really cares about the radio. So that's this tank in a nutshell. Let's have a look at the arm-piercing disposable sabot. The pen goes up to 320, which is what you need for being able to pen targets like the E75. As we'll have a look, switch over, E75. Come on. Oh, I was going to do it twice. Right. Similar angle. So you're looking 350mm angled. So it's going to be iffy if you can pen the front, even with APCR. But angling, less angle. If you can get more flat on, your shots will pen or should pen. Even the lower plate with APCR. So yeah, that's what you need to be trying to do, or this area. You may pen with your standard ammo, but it's going to be iffy, say 50-50 whether you're going to pen. And this area is it's huge. You're not going to pen at all because of the ricochet effect. So I'll show you some gameplay, and you can think what you want about the tank, just put it all together. Sorry, the graphics are in the wrong place, so let's hopefully that's now recording. So, it was an E75, it's just popped in. Let's head to the centre line, see where we can go from here. 28 frames a second, but that's with filming at the same time. Turn a little bit, angling over the track. He's got the armour. He's angling right, but he's taken... That's there's an E4. He's just opened himself completely up to being taken out. I don't know how I can help him. See, he needs to use his long-range sniping ability, not just his arm. He's used his health, but not his vision. He's mucked it up. So the we're not going to penetrate him from this range. So we're running 21 standard, 8 APCR, and 6 Hesh. I didn't say about Hesh, which is able to penetrate up, say, average 120 mil of armor, and explode inside the target, which is a phenomenal amount of damage. But the difficult thing is being able to actually get into a position to do that. So against these targets, let's go to. I'm going to watch for him moving because I want to cover this area. We've got T49 hunting our RT. Can't let them switch to Hesh. Let's go protect the RT. And 4 coming around. And 4 coming. Let's have to deal with these. Yeah, the Hesh ammo is phenomenal. It's exceptionally good. So I'm in a good position. Wait for him to come round. I'm going to get surrounded by these 2 in a minute. Can I get through there? I don't think so. Nope.
Nope, not even slightly. It tracks off. Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Doesn't Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Boom! Headshots.
Right, yeah. The Hesh is quite good.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. The gift that just keeps giving.
Angled the armour and...
tracks taken.
Oh. Yeah, this is quite an... Oh, stay back.
Doesn't actually get any damage.
I'm in trouble. I can't kill them all.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. I have you now, Yankee dog. Never underestimate stupidity. Picking his targets with care, going for the big boys. Good. Takes his tracks off.
I'm in serious trouble.
Look again.
Oh, I mucked that up. I just hope the rest of the team can do something. But yeah, you're tracked, you're angled, besides, you're in trouble. WN8 of 280 coming up to 3,000. I could have done so much better. I missed that shot. I was faffing around too much. So yeah, 21 APCR, 21 AP, 8 APCR, and 6 Hesh. That Hesh, the damage you saw, and then lighting that T49 up. It's a pity he didn't go at that stage. So yeah, the armor's quite good. So what you can do with this tank is be able to just hopefully weather the storm, get into to a well-angled situation, get hull down, and just put those shots in. But I completely mucked that up when I came against the E75. I got a bit jittery. So yeah, that was my mistake, and I only did a relatively small amount of damage. 3 kills, an okay WN8. So you can see what this can do, but I could have possibly carried a bit more for the team, and I didn't do as well as I could have done. I feel like I let myself down, not penetrating the front of the other Conqueror, because he was a one shot, and that's where I mucked it up. I could have at least taken him out and got 4 kills to show you really what this can do. But again, what I was facing, there wasn't a lot I could do. I was trapped, couldn't move. I was dead in water, and missing the shot then as I was worried. That was down to me, player error. So, but the tank itself is brilliant. So we'll have a look, see what the scores are in a minute. And right, the post-game stats. Sadly, it was a defeat. So yeah, efficiency 1808 and WN8 of 3004. Yeah, but that's okay on a loss. Just a pity it was a loss. So 12 crits, 7 hits, 7 penetrating hits, and 3 kills. Let's have a look at so 2,841 damage. Let's have a look, see how we compared. Damage done. STI did better than we did, so 3,500 with the STI. We did 2.8, approaching 3. So if we'd hit that other shot, we'd have been about 3-2, something like that. Comparing the teams, we had E75 and that didn't do a lot. That's where we fell down. If the E75 had pulled his weight, then we'd have probably won the game. So that's just it's how the cookie crumbles. So yeah, 3 kills, 492 base XP, 9 shots, 8 hits, 7 pens, 13 hits received, 6 penned, 7 bounced, so 700 damage this bounced or soaked. So the armour, even not to hull down, can still be quite efficient. So yeah, 5 vehicles shot, 3 destroyed, made 39,000 credits, of which 4,000 pure profit, tier 9, very nice, base XP 492, but with premium 738. So yeah, it's a very nice tank. So I recommend this. And oh, sadly, my win rate has dropped to 54%. So I've got to get that back up. But that's how it goes. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Looking at the evolution of the tank, it's a very nice tank, and it's a worthy tier 9 tank, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So have fun with it, and see you on the next review. So let me know what you want me to review next, and I'll sort it out for you. Thank you very much. I've been Rich and I'm on the Gaming Bear. See you soon.